Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome. My name, of course, is Orbital Potato, and here we check out the latest and the greatest strategy games each and every day of the week. Today we're checking out Time to Morp, which is an automation game slash base builder slash, I guess, creature manipulator sort of style game. It's very, very interesting indeed. Now, let's jump into things, and as ever, I'll do my very best to explain what the heck is happening. And whilst that is loading, I will tell you that this video has been sponsored by Yogscast Games, the publishers of Time to Morp. The game is out now in early access on Steam. You can check it out in the description down below if you click on the link at the top. Now, let's get into the gameplay and let me explain what's going on. So, this game is all about the creatures that inhabit this world. It is the Morps. They look like this. We can pick them up. We can manipulate them. But most importantly, I guess we can change what they look like and accordingly what they do. So we have got these morps here. These are blue morps. Little info panel down in the bottom right hand corner. These are blue morps, and we can get blue morps by feeding these little proton things to a regular white morp. Okay, let's throw this down into here. Everybody is very, very upset, but look at this. You eat it, and just like magic, you turn into a new thing. Now, everybody's upset in here because we can only have so many morps in any given area and have them remain happy. This is the sort of information that we have access to. You know, what do we feed them? What sleep category are they in? Danger category. You know, how many morps do they like to be around? What is the sort of theme of the fenced off area? All of that sort of determines what level of happiness they are, and also, I guess, like what type they are, which is kinda cool. Anyway, yeah. So this is the sort of area that I have already set up. We're going to be building a lot of additional infrastructure in order to support our operation. Now, why on earth would you do something like this? Why would you take one of these guys and force feed him a little bit of rock? I'll tell you why. It's because of their abilities. The blue morp can bite on deposits of proton here, and will actually produce the proton. They'll literally just like put it into little piles around the place, and that is like an automation. It means that I don't have to sort of pick things up or mine things manually. Indeed, it can all be done by these guys, and when morning comes around, we'll see exactly what that means for us. What else have we got going on? We have got a little help screen here, which is fine and dandy. We just need to make sure that we keep Morps happy, which indeed I will try and do. We've also got a wiki, which is kind of nice, which shows us at a glance exactly what we have got going on. Oh, some eating noises were going on over there. Anyway, some resources, all of the different sort of map icons, which is kind of cool too. Our crew, the people that we started this mission with, I'll talk about that in a little bit. But we also have a pretty substantial research tree, which I will look at in a second. But for now, it is morning, and every morning these guys are gonna give me some resources. So look at that. Look at that. We're gonna start to see all of them, hopefully, give me a little bit of additional proton. Jump up and down, fantastic. It's all coming together. Very, very nice indeed. So yes, obviously this is a very small-scale operation. We can make this much more sophisticated, much more automated, and indeed, the next step up in the top right-hand corner is to start the process of properly automating the storage and retention of all of the goodies that we get from these little guys. So, we need to research a chest. We need to research a simple chest. There is a pretty substantial tech tree here. There's 2 bits of tech that I have at the moment. One is the ability to build the fenced areas, and this one is gives me the ability to carry more than one morp at the same time, which is kind of nice. But if we are able to unlock the simple chest node right there, and then build that simple chest, if I go into build mode here, and we build the simple chest right over there, then the chest is actually going to suck up all of the resources that we have here as soon as it reloads. There's a little countdown timer there down in the bottom right-hand corner. It's going to suck things up, and we can take all of the proton out of here as and when we want to, which is kind of nice. Anyway, that is the sort of most base level automation that we are going to be expanding into. We got a little base of operations here. We're going to be expanding our base of operations as we go. Now, what is this all about? Well, we have an overwhelming objective to get off the planet. I believe that's what we need to try and do. And in order to do that, we need to try and build a radar dish, and we need to try and escape from the world. We have a captain here, we've got an explorer, and we've got an engineer, and all three of these individuals are going to be giving us quests and sort of directing us and shepherding us down the right direction. Captain, how may I help you? Where is the cook? Have you seen our cook? He said he'll teleport down here. Could you find him? We need to feed the crew soon. Indeed. So, we have another objective to go and find the cook, which I will do in just a second. We also have another objective up in the top right-hand corner to have an electron vein in any area. Now, this fenced-off area is what is referred to as an area. We are going to try and do that. One of the ways that we can... That's the chat for multiplayer, which I had a little look at. What we can do here is actually go electron vein, and then we can just scan for an electron vein, or indeed any other resource that we are interested in, getting. But we can head on over here. And look at this. This is our electron vein, and much like proton, we are able to get electron from mining it from the ground. But we also should hopefully be able to create an automated process for our morps to extract electron from the ground. So this is what we're going to do very, very simply. There we go. Make sure that there's no roadblocks for us. Fantastic. Remove that. Make it not suck. And make a nice square sort of sealed off area, which is very, very good. Okay. So, what's next? We need to have a young red morp in any area with an electron vein. Now, how we create these young red morps is by feeding these white morps a little bit of electron. To do that, it's very simple. We just throw a little bit, just a smidgeroony of electron on the floor, and we do that, and they will magically turn into young red morps, which is pretty darned amazing. Now, if we have a little look at these guys, we can see that they have got they've got one specific issue with the area that they are in. We'll address that in just a second, but for now, let's see if we can try and get 6 of these guys. 6 of these guys, and we'll just throw them all into the pen, and we'll throw in a little bit of electron as well. There's plenty of these white varieties around, so we'll throw that in there, and that's 4 bits. I think that should be enough. Happy days. Look at that. That is brilliant. Okay, so you are very, very unhappy, and why is that? I'll tell you why it's that. So each and every area can have a different theming. If we click on the fence, we can see at a glance what that means. At the moment, there is no theme. However, there's a whole bunch of different themes. We basically have a bunch of criteria in order to get them all. So, for example, for the smart theme here, the area needs to be 200 squares, and we also need to have a smart sign. I'm sure that'll be researched later on. But we just need, for the red morps, we just need a home theme. And the only issue that we need to account for is the fact that the area is just not large enough. We'll convert to the home theme, and then we will make this ever so slightly larger. It just costs 1 single bit of proton in order to build each and every one of these bits of fence. But thankfully, I had the foresight to sort that earlier, and that is looking pretty darn good. Okay, so just like that, we've managed to satisfy the requirements for these morps here, which is lovely. Very, very happy with that. That's looking really, really good, and that is our second type of morp, nice and catered for. Right, let's see if we can try and find the cook. and see what the cook wants, because the cook is hopefully going to give us a few additional missions. Where is the cook? Cook is all the way over here somewhere. Ooh, there's a chest, and it looks like there's some more proton resources over there. Also, this is a brand new morph that I just had a little look at. We completed, or we got a decor token, which is kind of cool. Anyway, what is this? This is an ultimorp. Stays in this plane of existence for only several days. Produces resources to unlock gadgets. Okay, that's pretty darn cool. We'll return to the cook in just a second, but there's obviously like a lot of additional proton resources around the place. My inventory is completely full. That's kind of unbelievable, but that's okay. Anyway, where is this cook? I think you're in this thing here. Hello? Is someone there? You teleported to the wrong coordinates. Could you bring me water, please? It's getting hot in here. Sure. Okay, so I think that's going to give us... Yep, it's going to give us the objective to research a well. Okay, let's head back to the base, because I think we're going to need a few more resources to get this all sorted. Probably not too many more resources, actually. So everything is basically within spitting distance of everything else, which is really, really nice. We also have the ability to get some pebbles. We have the mission to get some pebbles, which I will do. Now, what do we got? We can do lots of research, actually. We've got plenty of proton. Resource pump? Yeah, I want to do... There's a lot of stuff that I want to do. Right, let's go and get the well. The well is going to cost us 20 electron, 20 proton. We'll get that. We'll get that built. Get that built over... Get that built over here, I think. That's pretty good. The well, now that it's up and running, we just need to wait for 15 seconds or so, and we will get a little bit of water, which is quite nice. I would point out, by the way, that there is a limited amount of each and every individual building that I can build. For things like the simple chests, things that, you know, you can just stick down into fenced-off areas, that's fine. But for wells, you can only build... Well, one, and now we can only build one. Anyway, we'll get 5 water, and we'll bring it back to the cook. I don't think we're going to have any difficulties with this whatsoever, as long as we can find where his big old ball thing is, which should not be any problem at all. There we go. I have water. Pour some in the crack. Excellent. Beautiful. Amazing. I wonder if we can find fruits here. I want to cook a dessert for everyone. Nice. Okay, you are headed back. We also have been set a new mission to find tech plants. Yes, tech plants are going to be a pretty important part of my strategy going forward, and I'll tell you why in just a second, as soon as we're back. In fact, I think that we have some tech plants near us, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, tech plants. Where are tech plants? Aha! I think there are some tech plants over here. Indeed, these are tech plants. So tech plants, when they are provided with water, will give us something called a tech fruit. Now, a tech fruit, as you might imagine, will eventually, if we're able to feed it to a morp, it will give us a tech point. And tech points are pretty much the sort of foundationally important, ingredient to research. So yeah, really, really important that we get that all sorted. I need to get some additional water. We'll get the water extracted. Nice. There's also water morps. We can do water morps. I'm interested in experimenting with that. There's also a lot of electron over on the floor there. Let's get that in our inventory. And I will manually throw water onto here. That will force the fruit to grow. It will naturally spit out a fruit if we let that little timer in the bottom right-hand corner elapse. But I can also force it. There we go. Force it to manually give me the fruit. And of course, you can see these hungry little morps try and move towards it, but I'm trying to pick up all of the different things before they get to it. Also, I'm going to create a fenced off area here for these tech plants, just because I know how we're gonna need to get... That was quite efficient, actually. We're gonna... Oh, you're kidding me. Just a smidgen too big. Or maybe not a smidgen too big. Maybe substantially too big. Either way, we can shrink that without too much of a problem. Nice. That looks pretty good. So this is the home theme. Excellent. We're very, very happy with this. How do we get... Here we go. Grab that. How do we get... There we go. How do we get these guys evolved? I think it's pretty simple. We just literally give them... There we go. Look at that. Look at that. We just give you what you want. And you are now a tech morph. Okay, and you are able to produce... You're able to produce these tech points. Although you need to be fed tech fruit in order for that to happen. And you're also a little bit lonely. We need to get 3 morps in here minimum. And to be honest, 3 seems like a pretty good point. See, 3 seems like a pretty good number to support. On the basis that it would give us... There we go. On the basis that it would give us 3, and we've got 1 per plant, which I think is pretty darned good. Nice! Okay, now, one of the major sort of problems with this process is that I am manually required to sort of intervene and feed these plants water manually. There is, believe it or not, there's a bit of research that I can get. A simple sprinkler. I need to get 10 Jello, which I'm going to be able to get in just a little bit, and 20 tech points. We should be able to automatically water the sprinklers. Let's place down a chest in the corner here. That's going to collect up any tech points that I get whilst we're waiting for that to happen. And I will go and bring the tech fruit that I've got to the cook. Give the tech fruit. There we go. Would it be possible for you to build me something? A spot where I can cook. By the way, do morps eat fruit? I wonder. I know they eat fruit. Okay, so a couple of different missions that we've got to do. Research the simple sprinkler. I really would like to research the simple sprinkler. That would be fantastic. The simple sprinkler requires Jello and tech points. Yeah. Jello requires... Ooh, okay. Well, we need to get the cooking pot for the cook's mission anyway. But we're going to need to get the manual Jello cooker in order to build Jello, at least temporarily. Okay, I'm going to go and... Where is it? I'm going to go grab this electron over here, because I'm going to need it for a few different bits and bobs. Okay, we've already got, like, loads and loads of quests. Already got loads and loads of quests happening in the background. How much proton do we have here? 50 proton in this simple chest. I'll empty that, no issues whatsoever. Right. We'll get a little bit of additional water. The cooking pots. Cooking pot I'll put over here. What do I need? I need 20 water. I'll go and collect the water then. Absolutely no issues with that. I mean, it's all free. Okay. So you go up here. Excellent. And this will allow us to make a few different recipes. That'll allow us to make fruit, Jello, and also an energy drink. Which is quite nice indeed. And we will have some specific quests for our crewmates, especially to supply them with these resources in here, but only after we build them their own houses, and the houses are a new sort of like research, a new research item somewhere up here. There we go, Captain's house. In fact, we can get that researched right now. Captain's house and Engineer's house. We'll build them in a little bit. What I would really like to do... Oh, look, we've already picked up the social quests. There we go. What I'd really, really like to do is I'd like to get some additional water, and then I would like to do the research that allows us to get the manual Jello cooker. The manual Jello cooker is kind of a good bit of tech. It's a production resource. However, it needs to happen in an area. It only works in a specific area, which means we're going to have to surround... this watery, well. There we go. With a little bit of fence. Thankfully, as I say, we got plenty. We had plenty. Of course we had plenty right up until we didn't have enough. Collect all the resources there. And yoink. Yoink. Perfect. And we just need to fill you up with water. And suddenly you're going to be making Jello. Now we have an objective to try and make 6 of these things. Can I squeeze 6 in here? What do I need more of? More proton? I think I need more proton. Yeah. Now, something that I could do in order to sort of streamline the proton production rather than mining manually, I could create another sort of pen here, which I have half a mind to do. And in fact, it might be not too challenging for me. I'm going to have to move you in a little bit. If I do that, then I'm going to be able to pretty much double my production. Double my production of the proton, which we need so much. Right. Can I go and find some willing victims? I mean, happy Morps that would be happy to mine resources for me. There we go. No, not there. In there. Yeah, let's here we go. That'll at least get a few more. A little bit more production. Also, looks like we've already got a... So we've already got a blue one that was just on the loose there. I think 10 is the sweet spot. 4. Oops. 10 is the sweet spot if we can make that happen. I think that's 10. Okay. And home theme. Oh, it needs to be just ever so slightly larger. I think we just missed our opportunity there to get a whole day of extra production in. Bit unfortunate that, but you know what? Looks good to me. Home theme, that's a good one. Okay. Nice. I am pretty happy with that, all things considered. Let's get you in there. You never know, we might get a few little extra bits of production over the course of the day. Either way, that's looking great. I still need additional proton after all of that. I still need additional proton because I still need to build 3 additional manual Jello cookers. And I need to get them filled up. Right, that should do for now. Just one more. Get rid of this dead tree. And slam that in there. Right, no resources to produce. Let's get you filled up. Now, this is, not again, not an automated process, but I think there is a morp that actually gives us the ability to make... There's a morp that gives us the ability to make Jello, so we definitely want to look at that. Let's get rid of this help screen here. I really would like to get an automated sprinkler. That is really, really important for me, because that feels just so automation-y, which is really, really good. Simple sprinkler. We're making the Jello. The tech points, I'm going to go and squeeze out the tech points manually, but let's go and investigate what's going on over here. Didn't mean to pick you up. Sorry about that. Just meant to get all the resources here. Nice. Can I maybe grab one of these? Looks good to me. Nice. Okay, this entire operation's looking... It's looking pretty sweet, if I do indeed say so myself. Okay. So that's all happening really, really nicely. Let's swing by the well to pick up a little bit of additional water. It's not looking too bad at all. And we'll see if we can try and grab some additional tech points. What do we got? We got 3 tech points that are just chilling in that... they're just chilling over there. Now, the interesting thing is that, as I say, I can force these plants to... to make tech fruits pretty regularly, as long as I'm, like, harassing them with water. There we go. And with a rate of whatever it is, 3 tech plants in the facility, I think it's 20 tech points that we needed in order to get the thingy. Yeah, so I think we should be able to get that, no issues whatsoever. Right, after manually feeding these plants a little bit of water, I've managed to accumulate, what is that, 22 tech points, which is pretty darn good, if I do indeed say so myself. I'd love to be able to get the sprinkler now. What do we need? We need that 10 Jello. I think we should have that 10 Jello. It's been cooking away over here next to the well. Let's have a little look-see, shall we? Yeah, holy cow, we are full of Jello. I will grab all of that stuff and probably just get it refilled with water. There we go. Yeah, it refills all at the same time as well, which is really, really nice. There we go, gather you, gather from you, fill you, and yep, that's us. That's us all sorted. Okay, let's go and get that research. That simple sprinkler, boom, fantastic. Get it built. That is amazing. And I would love to be able to build it right now. Where on earth is it? The simple sprinkler. It's literally just 5 Jello and 20 proton. And I think, as long as we stick it down in this area, look at that. It works, and it works like an absolute, works a charm. Brilliant. We need to get you filled up with water, which I will do. Fantastic. Obviously, we didn't have much water. That kind of sucks, but that's fair enough. Now, at the moment, the tech plant is... it'll drop the fruit after a minute, which is not necessarily, you know, it's not a good deal. It's not a bad deal. It just is. I'm content to sort of leave it as that for now, because... we don't need a super huge number of tech points, but I'm sure there will be a way to automate that as we go. Let me just grab a little bit of additional water and move this over here. Okay, I got a lot of quests ongoing at the moment, don't I? There we go. Fill that up with 20 water. The engineer wants a few tech points. You know what? For old time's sake, I can manually. There we go. Manually encourage those plants to drop. Look at that. It's amazing. It's super quick. It looks real good. Okay. The captain needs a house. We don't have the proton for it. I'll go and grab that right now. There we go. And in fact, looks like we can squeeze in another one of these, although I don't think I have the resources for that. Yeah, I don't have enough electron to make that happen. Okay, that's fine. Look, we can build the captain a house anyway. Do I want the captain to have pride of place in the middle of the base? Sure. It's maybe a little inconvenient, but it's okay. Look at that. The captain's got a lovely little house, and hopefully it's going to be giving us some additional quests, which is quite nice. The engineer wants tech points. That's fine. We'll get that in the morning. We can also do some... Ooh, look at this road. The ability to build road. Very interested in that. Gather flowers. Collect flowers. We could do that. An additional extractor. That's fine. Manual pebble cooker. Yes. A resource pump is pretty interesting. So a resource pump allows us to move all resources and fruits from one area to another. So that maybe doesn't seem like the most useful thing immediately. But what we can do, actually, is we can actually create morps with the products of other morps. So, for example, so yeah, you definitely need to have one of these things in here. There we go. I'll collect manually for now. That's fine. There we go. This is such a cool setup. I absolutely love this. I really, really do. So yeah, we can actually set like morphs to eat tech points, and we can produce like progressively more and more complicated morphs, which is quite nice indeed. Research the extractor, talk to the cook, manual pebble cookers. Why don't I get a manual pebble cooker? Sure, let's do that. The resource pump and whatnot, that is interesting. We can explore that maybe in a bit. Right, we'll get that manual pebble cooker. What does it cost to build? It requires 10 electron. That's fine. Right. Mine a little bit more. And let's stick it down over here. What do we need? No resources to produce. You wait for proton and you produce pebble. Okay. Yeah, didn't really mean to put it here, but I guess it's not the end of the world. I guess it can stay here. It's just not super efficient, but there we go. Look, we did it. That's kind of nice. We built the manual pebble thing. The engineer wants tech points. Yeah, let's go and get the tech points. And also, yeah, let's see. Can we do that? Yeah, the resource pump. I'd really like to be able to get resource pumps because moving resources around from place to place is pretty heckin' cool, if you ask me. Okay. Nice. Again, the use case for this at the moment is not overwhelmingly useful, but it is going to get way, way, way more useful as we go. It's also nice to know that whenever I come back here, I'm just going to have more tech points, which is pretty nice. There you go. Building a pump. Yep. That's how we do it with tubes, which is kind of nice. Again, this is useful because it allows us to convert the output into the input into the output, etc. What do you need? The engineer needs tech points, and the cook needs to be spoken to. I will get you tree sugar. I'll do my best. And I'll speak to you. I need my house before I can help with the rest. Oh, you complainy person. Alright, I'll very inconveniently forever be concerned put the engineer's house down right in front of the existing house. I'll give you the tech points. That's nice. Have green morp in any area. How the heck do we make a green morp? I'm not sure about that. White fruit and energy. Oh, energy cells produced by pink morps. Goodness gracious me. Let's have a little look at the wiki here. So the green morp. Ah, I see. You feed on sticks that are produced by the orange morp. The young red morp, yep, we've already got that. The tech morp, we've already got that too. I tell you what, we're learning a heck of a lot about all of these morps indeed. The other thing that I wanted to check out, I think we can, if I'm not mistaken, I want to try let's maybe not go too overboard here. But I think we can get some water morps. That probably should be building this near the water. But I'm gonna do it anyway. Right. You're gonna be very unhappy when I put you in here. I understand that completely. But will you eat water? You look at that! Look at that! You become a water morp. Lives near water, produces resources to build decor and water tech. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Yeah, you're not in the water at the moment. I've actually ended up cutting off your legs, which is pretty nasty, but that's kind of it. I think is there a Jello morp as well? Do I have Jello here? Yeah, let's see if we can try and feed you that. See if we can try and feed you that. Okay. You eat the Jello? Doesn't look like you're interested in Jello. That's not a problem. That is completely fine. Anyway, yeah. Only slightly explored the sort of limitless possibilities that are available with regards to the automation in this game. But we got a nice little base going on, which I kinda dig. Anyway, ladies and gents, that is gonna do it for today in Time to Morp. My name, of course, has been Orbital Potato. Check out the game linked down in the description below. There is a link to it. The game is out now on Steam. I love me some Morps. You can check it out below. Thank you ever so much for watching. I'll catch you next time. Bye.